Hello, everybody, and welcome to the entertainment headquarters, and welcome to another trailer reaction. And the trailer I'm about to look at is for the brand new film Karate Kid Legends. Now, I remember growing up in the 1980s and seeing the original Karate Kid. For me, that was like the kid version of, say, Rambo, kind of a similar story of this kid who was getting bullied and he worked his way up to become, a karate, master and won the tournament. And of course, you had the second one, which I have to be honest is my favourite of the films. Loved the second Karate Kid, loved how you got more of a backstory with Mr. Miyagi. And of course, as the films progressed, the third one was okay, but it was more or less a revenge story. Then you had the next Karate Kid, which give you a little bit more backstory on Mr. Miyagi, even more. And then, of course, you had the reboot, which I'll be honest, I didn't bother watching. I just didn't fancy it at all. And then we got Cobra Kai, which has put the Karate Kid franchise back on the map. Which, Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence, these rivals from years past, both come back together to fight against each other, two rival army camps, Cobra Kai, Miyagi Joe. Then you had Johnny Silver come back. Sorry, Terry Silver came back. You had Chris come back. And the first three series for me were my favourite, but then I think it's one from being this nostalgic ride with the music and, the amazing action and storytelling. For now, for me, it's gotten more soap opera-like. It feels more like I'm watching on continuing soap opera than it does a really compact, interesting show. But do I still enjoy Cobra Kai? Absolutely. And I'm looking forward to the last few episodes next year. But because of the popularity of Cobra Kai, it's put, like I said, the Karate Kid franchise back on the map. And to my knowledge, I just assumed the remake with Jackie Chan in it, the reboot, he was playing Mr. Miyagi. To my surprise, he's not actually playing Mr. Miyagi. He's playing a different character, and it's because he's not playing Mr. Miyagi in the reboot. And they kind of, did something with the law, did something with that one that was a bit different. They are able to bring the character that Jackie Chan played, which was Mr. Han, and the character of Daniel LaRusso, who's played by Ralph Macchio. Sorry if I said his name wrong, but Ralph Macchino, might have probably butchered his name. They're bringing them two actors together and them two characters together to create Karate Kid Legends, which is a mixture of what we've seen before with Cobra Kai and Daniel LaRusso's journey throughout the Karate Kid film, and probably has elements come into it from the Karate Kid reboot. But let's have a look and read a little bit about it. So Karate Kid Legends is an upcoming American martial arts drama film directed by Jonathan Entwistle and written by Rob Leiber. It is the sixth film in the Karate Kid franchise, following the Karate Kid 2010, and stars Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio, both reprising their roles from previous films, with Ben Wang as the main lead alongside Joshua Jackson, Sadie Stanley, Ming-Na Wen, Amos Knight, and Wyatt Olaf. It is the first film in the series not to be produced by Jerry Wettentrump, who died in 2015. So it's saying it's more or less connected to that of the reboot than the original, which is probably a good thing because we've got Cobra Kai that's all about connecting the original characters with a new audience, where the 20 reboot that came out with Jackie Chan as Mr. Han, which came out in 2010, that's still kind of new and fresh. So to maybe work more on that story and that lore from that side of the franchise is probably an interesting thing. So without further ado, let's check out Karate Kid Legends.
Our traditions are rooted in history. Kung Fu, karate. The tree grows strong.
You knew Mr. Miyagi?
I did not come looking for Sensei Miyagi. I came looking for you. In life, you have only one question. Is it worth fighting for it? Or not? Lee means to me what you meant to Sensei Miyagi.
I'm doing this for all of us. Whatever it takes. Two branches. One tree.
May the 30th. So what I'm liking about that is it feels more or less similar to the first Karate Kid way back in the 80s in terms that it's a story about a young guy, a young lad who's clearly going through something, and somehow Mr. Han and Daniel LaRusso need to join forces to teach this troubled teen, lessons in karate or kung fu and help him along the way. Very similar story to the first one, just by what I'm looking at the trailer. But I think this looks decent. It just off the music and the look and the feel, it feels more serious than Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is just a nostalgia ride into the 80s with the music, with the feels and the tones of it. Yes, it has serious elements in it and serious plot points, but it very much has like that kind of 80s drive to it, where this feels a lot more serious in tone, and maybe that's the direction to go, because we've had with nostalgia, we've had with fun with Cobra Kai, and maybe it's time to take Karate Kid franchise into another direction, more into the serious tone and feel like we got with the first one, and the second and even the third one was quite dark. The third Karate Kid Part 3 was a lot darker toned film with Terry Silver. So for me, this is the right direction to go. To still, have that connection with Daniel LaRusso and Mr. Han. The only thing I regret now is not watching the reboot, which I will now have to check out to prepare myself to watch Karate Kid Legends. But Jackie Chan, he's a legend in himself. We know the history of the Karate Kid franchise. We know, Mr. Miyagi and the law, and kind of he's like the anchor for it all. In fact, I'm hearing, everything's a universe now. We've got the Monsterverse, we've got the MCU. I'm hearing that the Karate Kid universe is now called the Miyagi-Verse. So he is the central plot. The lessons he teaches us about life, and life and being a teenager going into adulthood, life lessons we take with her. I believe that is why the world is now being called the Miyagi-Verse. But yes, Jackie Chan looks brilliant in this. I think this could be, a fun watch, but you never know with these things. Films of this nature either go well or they don't. The vibes I'm getting from just the trailer, because it's more serious tone, it's got me interested. But we'll just have to wait and see how this one ends up. But let me know what you think about Karate Kid Legends. Tell me what you think of course, Mr. Miyagi, Daniel LaRusso, Johnny Lawrence, Terry Silver. What do you think of Cobra Kai coming to an end? Let me know in the comments below. But until next time, enjoy your movies, enjoy all things entertainment, and I'll catch us all at the next one.